Thank you for joining me today. My name is Lee Reams with Counting Works Pro. In today's Quick Hits, we're going to talk about packaging, basically how to price your services and some different ways to think about the traditional hourly or traditional way of selling tax accounting services. So let's jump right in here. So the first thing is, a lot of people think of packaging or value pricing and they think, oh, I don't want to sell a commodity. That's the last thing I want to do is be in the commodity business. But the reality is there are ways to create structured or what we call package pricing programs that actually will enable you to spend less time per client and actually make more money than if you price your traditional way. So you're basically becoming a recurring revenue company, right? So that's where all the value is right now. That's where all the rage is. And there's ways to start rethinking the way you sell your services from an hourly or even kind of a line item or wherever you're doing it to creating package programs. So let's get into a little bit of the meat here. So hourly pricing has been a staple of the tax accounting industry for decades, right? There are only so many hours in the day. So you're limiting your capacity, right? So no matter what you do, unless you're double billing, you're only going to be able to make X dollars per year based on being fully booked. So in some cases, hourly pricing still makes sense, but packagers are a great way to move your practice into the digital age, and there's a couple reasons why. So first of all, let's talk about what is a package. Basically creating a clean, clear product out of your service and making the intangible tangible. And what we mean there is you're taking a lot of the risk out of the buying process. The unknowns, how much is this going to cost me if I hire you? The traditional, well, I charge this per hour and, this is the range. If there's any change orders, those bills can get quite sizable or kind of out of control, so to speak, from the buyer's point of view. So there's a lot of risk there. They're looking at it and the buyers today on other products, so they're getting used to buying packages for other things. They like transparency. They like knowing what are they going to get, what are the expectations ahead of time, and it makes the buying process much easier. So meaning it's easier to convert new clients. And there's a huge range of potential offerings that you can do here. So rather than giving prospects abstract info about what you will do for them during the hours they pay you, show them results they will get from working with you for an exact price. So examples of that are different levels of, let's just say, a bookkeeping or a virtual CFO type of service. You can have a starter, mid-level, high-end, and within there, these are the services that are in those bundles. This is the monthly fee. So let's say it's $750 to start, $1,500 a month, up to $5,000 a month, and you obviously can negotiate from there. But at least it's a starting point on how you'll define the services that people will be buying. So when buyers have a problem, they are looking to purchase a solution, right? So you're there to help solve that problem. And by using a package deal, you're going to address each one of the problems, and they're going to be able to see it within the process. So what you're doing is you're simplifying your offering, and you're making the process as easy and explicit as possible. Again, taking that friction out of the buying process. Buyers should not have to jump through hoops to work with you. It shouldn't be a back and forth negotiation. And again, there might be people that are willing to pay much more for your service than you think they will if they can see it up front, so they can get that perceived value on what they're going to get out of it, right? So the other thing, this is the big deal, is packages allow you to scale. So basically the only thing that would be holding you back is you could have as many programs going as you could have 100 companies paying you package deals. And at that point, it's just a matter of, do you need to outsource some of the growth to get people to help you fulfill some of the features that you've been offering? Do you need to hire other people? But that's an easy thing to deal with, but there's no stopping you as far as the amount of revenue you can bring in. So hourly pricing models cap your growth, right? There's only so many hours in the day or so many employees. Package deals, allow you to scale and scale and scale. So when you sell your value, not your time. So what is the perceived value of working with you? So if I work with you, you're going to save me $30,000 a year, or you're going to help my company grow to $5 to $10 million in revenue. That is perceived value that's way past what an hourly rate is the way people think about an hourly rate. So the other thing that's nice about package deals is you become more and more efficient as you work with clients, right? And it's almost so you can get to the point where you can do this in your sleep. So there's a lot of great reasons to start looking at packages. And we always say, people like the kind of the cloud, the 24/7, the ability to work when you want to work, the ability to free up your time. So packages allow you to do that, right? So here's your set hours. Not hours, but here's your set program. I'm going to do this for you each month. You're doing it whenever you want to do it, right? And you're not just sitting there just billing hours and putting in a time card kind of thing. So as time goes on, you're probably becoming more efficient in your processes. So ensure you're getting paid for the results you create and not the time you spend creating them. So what should these packages look like? So I'm going to go a little off the slide here. And when you develop a list of packages, keep the following in mind. So make it clear what you're offering, but also showcase why you're the best pro to work with for this specific niche. What value is a client receiving? And this is where people that think a package is a commodity know your expertise is working with McDonald's franchises. Your expertise is working with dentists. You have insight and knowledge about how dentists and dental firms can grow and manage, cut taxes, how to deal with planning, how to deal with staff, everything, right? So there's a perceived value that you, in your program, in your package program, are providing insight that others may not be able to do, right? So it's a great idea to add wait lists for any packages that sell out. So meaning if you get to a point where you only can handle X number of, let's say, starter programs or virtual CFOs, and let's say you think you can cap out at, I'm just throwing a number out at 20. If you create waiting lists and someone churns, so someone cancels on you, you already have someone waiting in the wings that just runs in there, and so you don't lose revenue. So wait lists are a great idea when selling packages. This way you have built-in replacements in the queue if the business is lost, right? You can have more narrow packages and also more wide ones. So offering a smaller option or a starter package can minimize the risk of a large investment for a certain audience, and they may want to grow with you. But again, you're lowering the barrier, that you're lowering the risk. So you're allowing prospects to try you out first before growing and upgrading through various package levels. And we see it all the time, even in our own business, where people might start out in the starter levels and quickly kind of upgrade to see the value and go, wow, why didn't I do this before? And at some point they're up to $400, $500, $600, $700 a month, right? So it's a big, I think, selling point you need to think about. So along those same lines, you can create various packages based on the life cycle of a client. So have programs for new startups, right? So you have an entire package based on startups. So package A for startups, package B, package C, and then you can develop growth packages, right? So a startup is looking for different bundle of services than a company trying to grow. A tech company would be looking for different kinds of services than a retail company. So I hope you're kind of getting the gist of where I'm going with this. So you're not looking at it in any way, have I said, or does it feel like a commodity? I don't think so. Not if you position these correctly. So a good place to start is just with one package. Go for an area that you think you would have high demand, keep it simple, one service, test it out, and see how your clients respond. I think that's a great advice to really get going in packaging. And again, off slide, but I think these are all valid kind of bullet points to think about. So this is where your creativity, your expertise, and long-term aspirations can really show, right? So sell what excites you. Sell what you're an expert in. Sell packages you can knock out of the park so clients keep coming back. So meaning don't try to package tax preparation if you hate it. If you love being a virtual CFO for companies and working with them and are energized by that, then concentrate on developing your set of virtual CFO services. So remember, using packages does not mean you are selling a commodity. I try to say this over and over again. If done correctly, and you can see companies that are doing this now and they're killing it. We have a lot of success stories in our subscriber base. This is something that even if you're a little uncomfortable, just take a chance and try it out. If you have any questions on how we put together packaging for our clients and how we help establish digital footprints to find clients, give us a call at 800-442-2477 or visit us at accountingworkspro.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.